Yes, that was a that yes, that was a session of personality development. Yes, we discussed about power of sound, but in the technical session, we discussed something, right? Yes.
सर कोड शेफ की प्रॉब्लम डिस्कस करी.
Yes. कोड शिफ्ट के प्रॉब्लम डिस्कस कर रहे थे हम लोग, है ना? We started solving problem solving. We started doing problem solving, and it is really great about. I mean, like you should feel very good about it. Although we did not solve tougher question or something, but still you should become very happy that you started solving. मतलब मैं आप लोगों को बता नहीं सकता हूँ ये कितना important है आपके बीटेक के लिए. I graduated in 2016, 6 साल पहले, और मैं आज भी रियलाइज करता हूँ कि किसी बच्चे को अगर फर्स्ट ईयर में प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग के प्रति थोड़ा सा झुकाव अगर हो जाए कि वो प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करना चाहता हो. Those of you who are not able to understand in English, they can just, sorry, in Hindi, they can just ping me in the chat box. Okay. I think one of you were not able to understand in Hindi exactly, but yeah, do let me know. Do let me ping actually. I think someone was there from NIT Patna, from my college. I'm not sure whether he is there or not, but anyway, yeah, do let me know in case you are not able to understand Hindi. तो मैं बता रहा था कि आप लोग को अभी रियलाइज नहीं है, बट बहुत ही बड़ी बात है अगर आपको प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग के प्रति थोड़ा सा झुकाव हो जाए फर्स्ट ईयर में ही तो, क्योंकि आपके पास बहुत सारा टाइम है. टाइम बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, याद रखना. किसी भी चीज़ को करने के लिए टाइम चाहिए. फॉर एग्जांपल, अगर आज मुझे डिज़ायर आता है कि मैं ट्रेडर बन जाऊं, है ना? अगर आज मुझे ये डिज़ायर आता है तो ऐसा नहीं कि एक ही दिन में कोई डिज़ायर फुलफिल हो जाता है. बहुत समय लगता है एक अच्छे खासे डिज़ायर को फुलफिल करने के लिए, राइट? इट टेक्स अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम टू फुलफिल अ पर्टिकुलर डिज़ायर, राइट? It is not a day of, it is not a game of one day night or one day or 1 month even, right? Just like your curriculum exams, right? Exams में 2 वीक 3 वीक 4 वीक पढ़ोगे तो मार्क्स ला सकते हो, बट बाकी सारे कॉम्पिटिशन्स में ऐसा नहीं है ना? सो इसीलिए टाइम लगता है, और वो टाइम अभी आपके पास है. यू आर इन वेरी सेफ जोन दैट यू डू हैव टाइम, राइट? यू डू हैव मोर देन 3 years ऑफ टाइम. दैट इज टू, लाइक बहुत समय होता है 3 साल अगर आप उसको सही से यूटिलाइज करते हो तो. बट अफसोस की बात ये है कि आई होप कि अगर यहाँ पे 23 स्टूडेंट्स अवेलेबल हैं, सो मोस्ट ऑफ यू, मोर देन 99% ऑफ यू आर नॉट स्किल्ड इन यूटिलाइजिंग योर टाइम. मतलब आप लोग टाइम वेस्ट करते हो इनडायरेक्टली. मैं ये कहना चाह रहा हूँ 24 घंटे का टाइम, है ना? और ये धीरे धीरे आपको कम करना है अगर आप सक्सेसफुल होना चाहते हो जिंदगी में. तो आपको टाइम वेस्ट करना कम करना है, ठीक है? अब टाइम कहाँ कहाँ वेस्ट होने वाला है आपका, है ना? सो आपका सोने में टाइम वेस्ट करने वाला है. अगर आप 7 घंटा 8 घंटा ज़्यादा सो रहे हो, 7 घंटा ज़्यादा सो रहे हो, तो आप वहाँ वेस्ट कर रहे हो. वहाँ पे आप बचा सकते हो, याद रखना. मैं प्रैक्टिस करके बीटेक में 7 घंटे सोता था. 7 घंटे, 7 घंटे से ज़्यादा नहीं, 6 से 7 घंटे के बीच में सो रहा था, लाइक दैट. तो वहाँ पे आप टाइम बचा सकते हो. मैं आपको बस हिंट दे रहा हूँ. करिकुलम में कोई ऐसा सब्जेक्ट है, करिकुलम में, इन करिकुलम इफ सम सब्जेक्ट इज देयर विच इज नॉट हैविंग मच इम्पैक्ट इन योर बीटेक डिग्री, तो उसको फिर आप थोड़ा बहुत स्किप कर सकते हो. वहां से टाइम चुरा सकते हो. इसको वेस्टेज को बचाना नहीं बोलेंगे, यहाँ बोलेंगे चुराना. एक्चुअली वहां से टाइम चुरा सकते हो. तो कुछ बच्चे चुराएंगे, और देखो ये कॉम्पिटिटिव इन्वायरमेंट है दुनिया, है ना? तो अगर कुछ बच्चे चुरा रहे हैं और आप नहीं चुरा रहे हो तो आप पीछे हो, लाइक दैट. वो रिलेटिव बात हो जाती है. तो वहाँ पे थोड़ा टाइम चुरा सकते हो. और कहाँ आप टाइम बर्बाद करोगे फर्स्ट ईयर में, आपको रियलाइज नहीं होगा. कोई ऐसा चीज पढ़ने बैठ गया जिसका इंपॉर्टेंस बहुत ज्यादा नहीं है, लाइक दैट, और उसी में अंदर डीप जाए जा रहे हैं, वहाँ भी टाइम वेस्ट होता है फर्स्ट ईयर में, लाइक दैट. या फिर एक्स्ट्रा कॉलेज में कुछ कुछ क्लब बना हुआ है फालतू का, ठीक है? सो दिस क्लब, CQ क्लब इज इम्पोर्टेंट. दैट इज डैम श्योर, यू शुड बी डैम श्योर अबाउट इट. दिस क्लब इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. बट इसके अलावा और भी बहुत सारे क्लब हैं जिसमें आपका टाइम बर्बाद होता है ना? सो वहाँ आप टाइम बचा सकते हो, लाइक दैट. हाँ, you see, I'm glad that Chris is mentioning. Sorry, I'm taking your name, although you message me directly. देखो, Chris सबसे तेज बच्चा है. Exactly, he's taking the right step. What he's saying, environmental science के लेक्चर के वक्त मैं DSA सीखता रहता हूँ. यही मैं करता था एक्चुअली. मैं ही करता था. मैं 7 पॉइंटर था कॉलेज में, है ना? आज मेरी सैलरी 44 लाख से ज़्यादा है इन हैंड सैलरी इंडिया में, ठीक है? तो ऐसा नहीं है कि मैं अपने कॉलेज में बैक बेंचर था, है ना? मैं पीछे बैठता था, 7 पॉइंटर था, और मैं एकदम पीछे रहता था. मतलब बच्चे को लगता था कि ये पढ़ने लिखने वाला बच्चा नहीं है, लाइक दैट. और मैं अपना DSA पढ़ते रहता था पीछे बैठ के, क्योंकि मेरे को पता चल गया था कि DSA पढ़ लूंगा तो बीटेक डिग्री सक्सेस हो जाएगा, एटलीस्ट जॉब लग जाएगा एटलीस्ट. बस मेरे को था कि मैं अपना वर्स्ट केस ठीक कर रहा था कि जॉब लग जाना चाहिए, ऐसा ना हो कि मेरा एक अच्छा जॉब नहीं लगा एनआईटी में पढ़ने के बाद भी, लाइक दैट। तो आपको करना है ये सब, क्यों? क्योंकि देखो, अगर मैं कर रहा हूँ, कोई नहीं कर रहा है, तो वो मेरे से पीछे हो रहा है, यानी कि, है ना। मैं 2 घंटा अगर 4 घंटा इन्वेस्ट कर रहा हूँ रोज, या फिर आधा घंटा भी इन्वेस्ट कर पा रहा हूँ इन्वायरमेंटल साइंस का लेक्चर बचा के, तो एक समय ऐसा आएगा जब एक क्वेश्चन दिया जाएगा और मैं तेजी से सॉल्व कर पाऊंगा, और बच्चे समझ नहीं पाएंगे कि मैं तेजी से क्यों सॉल्व कर पा रहा हूँ। उनको पता ही नहीं चलेगा कि ये बच्चा जो है, ये पहले 10 घंटा दे चुका है इस टाइप के प्रॉब्लम्स में, इसलिए जल्दी सॉल्व कर पा रहा है, और फिर वो फ्रस्ट्रेट होंगे, है ना। और जैसा कि मैंने आप लोगों को फर्स्ट सेशन में बताया था, दिस सब्जेक्ट इज ऑल अबाउट फ्रस्ट्रेशन। डेटा से एल्गोरिथम सब्जेक्ट इज ऑल अबाउट फ्रस्ट्रेशन। अगर आप सॉल्व करोगे, जितना ज़्यादा सॉल्व करोगे, उतना आपको रियलाइज होगा कि मैं कुछ नहीं जानता हूँ, लाइक दैट। सो बी अवेयर अबाउट दिस टेक्निक्स। ऑफकोर्स मैं पढ़ा रहा हूँ आप लोग को अपलिफ्ट कर रहा हूँ, बट याद रखना, टीचर का रोल जो है स्टूडेंट के सक्सेसफुल होने में मात्र और मात्र 30% होता है। 70% जो होता है वो स्टूडेंट ही होता है। इसी कारण से टीचर सबको अच्छा नहीं कर पाता है, क्योंकि वो 30% सबको देता है, लेकिन कुछ बच्चे 70% अपना लगाते हैं। याद रखना, यही बेस्ट टेक्निक होता है पढ़ाने का। आप बच्चे, अगर आपका दिमाग चलना शुरू हो जाए, तो फिर समझ लो कि मैं सक्सेसफुल हो गया अपने टीचिंग में, लाइक दैट। तो आपको दिमाग चलाना, मैं आपको ये भी बता रहा हूँ कि देखो कैसे, क्या क्या चीजें हैं, सब्टल चीजें हैं, जिसके कारण से बच्चा नहीं कैचअप कर पाता है एक अच्छे टीचर होने के बावजूद भी। हमने तो पढ़ा दिया, अब बच्चे ने मेहनत नहीं किया। और याद रखना, जिंदगी में 2 सब्जेक्ट ऐसा है, और भी सब्जेक्ट्स हैं बहुत सारे ऐसे, एक्चुअली जितने अच्छे सब्जेक्ट हैं उनका यही कहानी है। सो इन लाइफ, to become successful in mathematics and programming, to become successful in mathematics and algorithm, both of these subjects are same only. Maths and algorithm are approximately same, है ना। I used to call that algorithm is the elder brother of mathematics, like that. They are both brothers actually, ठीक है। So maths and algorithm, if you want to be good, you have to endeavor. Nobody can do on behalf of you. So do remember this point. कोई नहीं कर सकता है on behalf of you. You have to struggle. You have to struggle so hard. Then you will be able to learn. Otherwise, you will not be able to learn. That is the gist. Okay, that is the gist, that is the gist, that is the gist. I repeat 3 times. ठीक है। होप कि आप लोग समझ रहे हो मैं किस तरफ इशारा करने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ, है ना। आपको मेहनत करना पड़ेगा, फ्री में नहीं मिलेगा दुनिया में चीजें, ठीक है। 2 ही चीज इंपॉर्टेंट है जिंदगी में, पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट एंड टेक्निकल स्किल्स। सो टेक्निकल स्किल का क्लास मैं ले रहा हूँ, है ना। आपको गाइड करने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ कि कहाँ मेहनत करना है आपको। मेहनत तो आप ही को करना है। देखो, मेहनत मेरे को नहीं करना है, क्योंकि मेरे को आती है वो चीजें, है ना। मैं वहां से आगे थोड़ा निकल चुका हूँ, वो फेज पास हो चुका है मेरा, ठीक है। मेरे लिए कुछ और इम्पोर्टेंट है अब लाइफ में, है ना, लाइक दैट। बट फॉर यू, ऑल ऑफ यू, यू हैव टू स्ट्रगल एक्चुअली फॉर दोज थिंग्स, ठीक है। चलो, आई होप कि आप समझ गए मैं क्या इशारा करने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ, और आप लोग मेहनत कर रहे होगे या फिर करना स्टार्ट कर दोगे, अगर अभी तक नहीं कर पाए हो तो। याद रखना, आपका कंपटीशन आपके कॉलेज लेवल पे नहीं होगा इंडिया में, आपका कंपटीशन पूरे कॉलेज से होगा, है ना। अगर आप अच्छा करना चाहते हो तो याद रखना, आपका कंपटीशन जो है वो इंडिया के सारे कॉलेज के बच्चों के साथ होगा। इट इज़ नॉट दैट यू आर जस्ट कम्पीटिंग विथ योर कॉलेज एट योर कॉलेज लेवल, सबके साथ होगा। और वो सब बच्चे जो टाइम चुरा चुरा के, टाइम बचा बचा के आगे निकले हैं डीएसएल को में, वो सब आपको कम्पीट करेंगे, और आप उनको चाप नहीं पाओगे बाद में, अगर आप मेहनत नहीं किए तो, ठीक है। चलो फिर, लेट्स स्टार्ट द सेशन। सो problem solving is very important. That is a gist actually. So I'll be discussing one more problem, ताकि थोड़ा आप लोग वो हो जाओ, हैबिचुअल हो जाओ प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व। और जो मैं पिछले सेशन में डिस्कस किया था, कितने लोग हैं जो सॉल्यूशन को, हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू like tried that solution and submitted on CodeChef? Any one of you? Okay, so Dhruv is fantastic. Dhruv, I am very happy. I'm glad that you tried and submitted. So the question which I discussed, Pius also, thank you very much. I'm very grateful to all of you who tried at least, and then they tried to solve actually and submit there. So the question which I discussed in the last session was nothing to do with the BTech syllabus, right? That was just the mathematics and basic, common sense and then the standard things like that. So thank you very much, Santu. So someone is asking, sir, but DSA के लिए पहले एक लैंग्वेज अच्छे से समझना चाहिए ना? नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है, ये एक मिथ है ना। DSA पढ़ने के लिए, to know DSA, it is not that you have to become really very good about a particular language, which is, let us say, C++ or something. You just need to know the basics, and we have already discussed the basics. Of course, you will need vectors, you will need HTML programming in C++ to solve some of the questions, but those questions will be coming at a later stage. Before that stage only, based on the common sense and 10th class mathematics, there are a lot of questions which you can solve like that. So the best way to approach DSA is not knowing a language 100% and then jumping to know about DSA. The best technique is you know the basics of a programming language, let us pick C++, and then you start solving DSA problems. And step by step, the more you get, like suppose that in a particular question, you came to know that, okay, in this question, I do need to use vector actually to solve this question. It will become very easy if I use vector. Then you search about vector and then you learn about vector. And then again, come back to problem solving or DSA like that. This is the best approach to do that like that. Why I'm saying this? Because I also do not know C++ 100%. And I am having experience in C++ for 3 years in industry and then 3 years in Python. Okay. So still I feel like I do not know a lot of things in C++, right? So nobody can become master or nobody can become aware about C++ 100%. Nobody, right? So the best approach is you learn the basics and then you start solving. And at different steps, if you feel like, okay, you need to know this concept, then you go and learn that concept and then come back to again problem solving. Okay, I hope you got it. Then someone is having question. So those who are asking questions, that means that they are trying to solve question, right? Other people, other students, you also start solving question. Otherwise, you know the basics of C++ now. Now it is a time of application. देखो, मान लो मेरे पास कोई VPN है, अगर मैं उसको प्रैक्टिस नहीं करूंगा तो फिर वो VPN समझ लो ना, वो हो जाएगा, जंग लग जाएगा, है ना, लाइक दैट. तो आपको बेसिक्स आ चुका है C++ का, आपको सॉल्व करने की बारी है और वो थोड़ा टफ पार्ट है, right? So all of you, please start solving question on CodeChef or any other website, by the way. At least, so now the next goal will be the try to solve 50 question, right? Ad hoc 50 question, very easy question, not very tough question, right? After solving 50 question, you will become little bit confident, right? And at this level, you can contact me again. Then I will tell you further approach, what to do next, what to do next, what to do next, like that, right? This is how it will take approximately 1 to 2 years to become really fundamentally sound in DSA, like that. 1 से 2 साल लग जाएगा, तब जाके आप fundamentally sound हो पाओगे. And at that level, you can start doing projects also simultaneously, like that. At that level, you can start doing project side also or development side simultaneously. DSA algorithm do not need to leave, but simultaneously you have to start the project side, like that. Okay. So someone is saying, sir, I'm learning C++. So should I start DSA now or after learning the language totally? Yeah, I hope Santu, your doubt got clear, right? Sir, please please read my above message. Okay, yeah, I'm reading. So someone is saying, sir, I have solved more than 200 problems on CodeChef. That's really great to know. First of all, congratulations to you, Chris, on CodeChef, and given many contests, and I'm still giving contests. So should I need to attend this class? If at this point of time you are having some contest, then you do not need to attend the class. But if some contest is not going at this point of time, then if you'll attend the class, it will become good in a very generic sense. Why it will become good is because if you're not attending this class now, most of the time, I'm not sure about your exact scenario, but most of the time you'll not be able to utilize your next 1 hour in a very efficient way, like that. So at least you feel here, hearing is having very impact. Someone told na in last personality development session, we heard that sound is having very like great impact, right? So I mean, if I'm saying something now, it will be having impact a little bit on your brain actually, right? So in that sense, you'll become motivated actually to solve more and more, right? Like that. So in that sense, it is important. It may be possible that you'll not be able to learn any really very great concept or DSA or in this particular session, but yeah, from motivation point of view, to be in touch is good actually for you. But yeah, it totally depends on you. Yeah. Sir, I'm learning C. Okay, this got cleared. I've done about 50 questions. Okay, so someone is saying I've done about 50 questions, or even Chris mentioned that 200 questions, right? So the next step is that so since you done 50 question or 100 question, let us say ad hoc, in a very ad hoc way. Ad hoc means that not following a particular pattern. So other people also, it is not demotivating. You should not become demotivated. Arey Baba, I did not solve any question. And this guy is saying that he solved 50 question, or someone is saying that he solved 200 question, right? So rather than becoming demotivated, you should feel very, you should feel gratitude. You should feel in that way that, you know, you came to know that someone is solving actually. So In your batch, you see out of 30 students, 2 students are solving or 5 students are solving. In other colleges also 5 students will be solving like that. And there are more than, I think, 2000 engineering colleges in India. I think more than 3000 at least, like that, right? So therefore, you should become aware that I'm making you aware that people are becoming ahead from you. You need to start solving questions like that, okay? So, sir, you're right. But what if I make sure I utilize my this 1 hour in a productive way? I can learn some ahead concept like linked list. Yeah, then you can. Yeah, then you are right, Chris. Then you are right. If you are able to utilize it in a very nice way, then that's all good. But linked list actually is not important for competitive programming, right? So linked list, don't write linked list. Linked list is not important. Don't go for it. That is a interview level questions actually, which is not needed for you at this point of time. So what you can learn if you want to learn, you can. Okay, so let me tell you in a very ad hoc way. So those of you who have already solved 50 question or 100 question or 200 question, and the other people who will solve, let us say in future, in coming 1 month, they will be able to solve 50 question or 100 question. After that point, what you need to do, it will be common for Chris also. Then you can start picking topic wise, right? You can start picking topic wise. So there are many topics. For example, um, in terms of easy topic, array is there, right? Prime algorithms, prime number algorithms topic is there. So you complete all the important algorithms of one topic. First of all, read the theory, all the important algorithms of one topic, implement it by your own, have that code actually saved in your laptop. उस कोड को समझ के लैपटॉप में सेव कर लो प्राइम एल्गोरिथम्स के, है ना? एंड in parallel you have to start giving contest actually. Now don't try to solve ad hoc question, only solve contest problem, those live challenges or live questions like that. Those solutions will not be available. That is why I am saying to you all. So you have to give contest and simultaneously you have to pick one topic and then you have to learn. So topic wise learning is very great concept. If you solve ad hoc wise now, what will happen, I will tell you in short. These things are very important, I'm telling you. So what will happen is that what will happen now, suppose that I solved in a very ad hoc way. I solved 5 questions from CodeChef, no, 50 questions from CodeChef, and then 50 questions from Code Forces, 50 questions from Hacker Earth, 50 questions from Hacker Rank. Lot of websites are there nowadays, right? Like that, right? So what will happen that it may be possible that those all questions are similar type of questions actually. It is just like in 10th standard, someone completed RS Agarwal 50%, someone completed, the same person completed 50% NCERT, 50% RS Agarwal, 50% RD Sharma. But he did, the 50% was common actually in all the 3 books like that. So therefore, topic wise problem solving is very great way, right? So do remember this thing, topic wise, you have to do topic wise. So you can pick prime algorithms, you can pick, or you can pick a matrix question, or you can pick array questions, or you can for tougher topics you can pick a recursion, you can pick dynamic programming, you can pick graph is very tough topic, dynamic programming is also tough topic. Recursion basics at least you can start learning, but linked list don't do that. Yeah, I hope Chris you got it. So which book is, someone is asking which book is recommended for DSA. So no book is recommended for DSA actually, right? So you do not need to take book help actually to go for DSA. So take the example of, take the help from different websites and Google actually, right? If you want to get all the things at one place in topic wise, right, then you can go for my Udemy courses, right? So Recursion was the one of the course which is very good and which is present on Udemy. I think I've already mentioned link to all of you, right? I will also mention in the Telegram group. You can go for that Udemy course of Recursion and solve all the questions of recursion, whatever I've discussed there. At least your recursion fundamentals will become very strong. And the moment your recursion fundamentals will become strong, you know what? You'll become very powerful in dynamic programming, because dynamic programming is all about recursion only. If you're good in recursion, then you're good in dynamic programming, like that, right? So recursion is the next, you can take as the next topic as recursion, like that. And then I will suggest next topic like that. So also those of you who are very much interested, they can join our 1-year program. So for 1 year, I will tell you exactly that, okay, this is step now, this step now, like that. And we'll keep motivating, solving different questions from different topics and like that, okay? So yeah, so the next topic you can pick as a recursion and try to solve all the questions from whatever place you get it. So recursion should be there in that, like that, okay? So if you are, if recursion, the next topic should be recursion after solving, let us say, ad hoc question. Try to become good in recursion. Recursion is very tricky, and recursion is not dependent on any other topic. It is like from scratch you can start. Even a 10th standard student can start studying, learning recursion topic, like that, okay? So yeah, don't go for book actually. Google is sufficient. Someone is asking, is it okay if I'm carrying C++ and Python at the same time. Yes, it is absolutely okay because Python will be helpful in development part. So I'm telling now that for 1 year, continuous 1 year, you all should be like giving your best in learning DSA actually. Don't get demotivated. I will tell you one more trick. What happens in college days is that these students, so I told you now that recursion, like DSA is a topic of frustration, right? So what happens with 90% of the students in college days is that they start learning DSA, right? Algorithms and competitive programming. And after a few months, they understand that, oh, it is very tough actually, or maybe I'm not very much interested in this, and they leave it. So they take it as optional. It is not optional, Baba. DSA is not optional because in interview, they will be asking DSA only like that. So it is not optional at all, right? So you should keep. So what happens 90%? So all the students start because there is a, everyone knows in college that the DSA is important in the beginning, right? So all of the students start learning DSA, but after doing something in a wrong direction, they become frustrated. All of you will become frustrated for sure. I also became frustrated, right? So all of you become feel that okay, I'm not able to solve some of the hard problems or something like that at your level, right? And then since you are not following a particular right direction, you'll become frustrated and you leave actually. That is the pitfall. You do not need to leave, Baba. You need to consistently practice even after the failures. And this is how you learn. You learn actually to counteract failures in life actually like that. Okay. So Python is good because after 1 year, when you will start developing projects now, Python will become useful, but don't go deep in Python. You just learn the basics, right? And do something and that's it like that. Okay. Yeah. Welcome, Akars. Yes, sir. I'm also learning Python and CSS for web development. Okay, that is good, but you need to give more time to DSA. Do remember this thing. DSA is not easy. It takes a lot of time. After 1 year, when you will become consistent, now, then you can start giving more time to development. But in the beginning phase, don't jump to like project actually. That's not recommended. Why I say that that is not recommended is because in development side also, you will start facing failures, right? And you'll not be able to counteract failures in a right way, right? But if someone is very good in DSA now, he faced so many failures actually that he know how to handle failures like that. So it will become helpful. These techniques, although DSA will not be helpful in projects directly, but the learnings, but the psychological like benefits of learning DSA or doing competitive programming will be useful actually at a later point of time like that. Okay. Should I do web parallel with DSA? DSA first. DSA first. Yes, sir. Where my coach rating fell from 1617 to, you see, Chris is mentioning that when his coach rating fell from 1600 to 1500, 1617 to 1530, after a few contests, I was very demotivated. But now I improved it. Yes. So that will happen. So the graph will be like that only. That will keep happening. Not so this is first time, but it will happen in future also like that. So many of my students actually, past students, are now 5-star or 4-star coder and code chef, right? And some are placed in Amazon and all. So this is a common thing actually that you all will be facing. So therefore, I'm telling to all of you that like do note these things actually. Okay. So yeah, a lot of motivation thing, but yeah, let's come back to the session actually. So I will pick some question randomly, and then I will try to. So what you need to learn is that how I'm trying to approach a particular question. That is the only thing which you need to really learn actually. That how Abhilash is trying to approach a particular question. He is also looking at that question first time only like that. Okay. Okay. So okay, let us solve this particular one, which is very easy. But yeah, still just try to see how I am approaching a particular problem. That is the only thing which is important, which should be important for all of you. That after what I'm doing actually, right? Okay, so I'm reading this problem first time, just like you all are doing. Okay, so let's see what this question is all about. So the problem statement is, okay, so here goes problem statement. Problem statement is, write a program that accepts a number n. Just focus on the screen. Problem statement is, write a program. You have to write a C++ program, okay, that accept a number n okay, that accepts a number n. Okay, that accept a number n. So that accept a number n means that c in n, right? C in a number and output the same. Oh, this is very easy. So I'm not, I will not do that. This is very easy. They are just saying to take input and and output, right? So this does not make sense to discuss at all. Let us see this one. Okay, this one is good. Why I say good, although it seems very easy to all of you, I know, but this one is important. This one is good actually. You see, it is saying that write a program to find the remainder when an integer a is divided by an integer. So just tell me, if Chris is present there, please write there how you are going to tackle this problem. Oh, Chris is not there. Okay, all of you, please tell how you are going to solve this problem. Write a program to find the remainder when an integer a is divided by an integer b. Suppose that you have been given two numbers. I'll tell you one thing actually. Those of you who are thinking that this is a very simple problem, I will tell you one thing. Then you'll feel that okay. Okay, so you do not need to use modulo operator. Suppose that. Now, how will you solve this question? So all of you will be thinking that all you will be thinking that sir, I'll be using modulo a modulo b, right? So let me type in the chat box. So everyone will be saying that, sir, I'll be doing this, right? This is what you'll be doing. See in the chat box, a modulo b. So in C++, there is an operator which is modulo operator, percentage. This percentage is known as a modulo operator. And what it does is that what it will do, it will take the remainder, right? For example, if you are having a number, let us say 10, and you are dividing it by 4, what will be the remainder? Please write in the chat box, what will be the remainder? 10 modulo 4, what will be the answer? Yes, exactly. What about other people? 2 will be the answer, right? So 10 modulo 4 will be 2 actually, right? Because 4 2 times 8 and 10 minus 8 2. Now no more division. So 2 will be the answer. Now suppose that I'm saying that you do not need to. Okay, so first of all, let me tell you that okay, I told to you about the modulo operator. Now suppose that um, there is one thing that this modulo operator is a little heavy operator. So what do I mean by when I say a heavy operator? It means that it takes a little bit of time, right? It takes a little bit of time. That means that it takes a little bit more time like that. It is not a very it is little heavy actually. Heavy means that in terms of time actually it will take little more time. So sometime it may be possible that the time constraint is so strict. The time constraint is so strict that you'll get the time limit exceeded error actually if you're using a modulo operator too many times. So just keep in mind for long term actually. So these are the things you will be learning after a lot of failures actually. मतलब बहुत सारे घंटा लगा दोगे तब जाके रियलाइज होगा कि अरे यार ये मॉड्यूल ऑपरेटर महंगा होता है, महंगा इन द सेंस टाइम के सेंस में कि थोड़ा ज़्यादा थोड़ा टाइम लेता है, ठीक है, मतलब स्लो होता है थोड़ा लाइक दैट. सो नाउ सपोज दैट यू डू नॉट नीड टू यूज मॉड्यूल ऑपरेटर. हाउ विल बी डूइंग दैट नाउ? तो बताना चाहेगा मॉड्यूल ऑपरेटर यूज नहीं करना है. अच्छा, एक और बात, वन मोर थिंग. नाउ यू सी इट इज सेइंग in the input section, the first line contains an integer t, the total number of test cases. Then t lines follow. Each line contains two integers a and b, right? So what it is basically saying is that there will be t questions like this. I mean, like they will be asking you t times that okay, tell me what is the answer of 10 modulo 4. Then they'll be saying okay, what will be the modulo of 10 modulo 20 modulo 8, like that. Let us say the value of t is 10. So 10, they will be asking 10 questions like that, right? So and then you need to output all those 10 answers actually, all those 10 remainders like that. If 10 questions are there, 10 pairs of a comma b, then 10 answers will be there. So this was the input and output. Now you see the constraint actually. So all of you, can you please type in the chat box how many instructions we can run in 1 second? How many instructions we can run in 1 second? These are all things we discussed in last session. I hope you revise a little bit, but still. Bolo bhai, jaldi, fast, come on. Yes, approximately 10 per 7 or 8 we take. 10 per 7, let us say we take, right? Like that for the best case. So Now you see the constraint actually. How many values of t is there? Thousand value of t is there. 1,000 questions will be there, right? It at max 1,000 questions can be there, and the value of a comma b will be less than 10,000, right? Like that. So basically, you have to use modulo operator 1,000 times. So I believe this will not be a problem for now, but now I'm just why, because the time limit is 1 second. You see, 1 second is there. So basically, you can use 10 to the power 7 operations, right? Like that. Anyway, so the thing which I'm trying to say is that suppose that you do not need to use the modulo operator. Now tell me in the chat box how you are going to solve it. Fast, come on.
सर
हाँ,
सर ऐसे ही बता दूं मैं एक बार.
yes, please.
हाँ सर, 2 केसेस बनेंगे. एक केस में अगर a b से ग्रेटर होगा तो हम a डिवाइडेड बाय b चेक करेंगे. अगर वो इंटीजर निकला तो रिमाइंडर 0, और अगर नहीं निकला तो a माइनस b हो जाएगा रिमाइंडर.
फिर से बोलो, क्या इंटीजर क्या बोल रहे हो?
मतलब अगर a b से ग्रेटर हुआ
हाँ,
तो, और फिर हम चेक करेंगे सब कंडीशंस में कि a डिवाइडेड बाय 0 हो रहा है, मतलब इंटीजर हो रहा है,
हाँ.
तो रिमाइंडर 0 हो जाएगा.
कैसे चेक करोगे डिवाइड हो रहा है या नहीं हो रहा है?
सर a डिवाइड, हाँ सर वही इंटीजर चेक करना पड़ेगा.
तो कैसे चेक करोगे? सो एक तरीका इंटीजर चेक करना है जो कि बहुत फेमस है. हम लोग यही मॉड्यूलो ऑपरेटर लगाते हैं और बोलते हैं कि ए मॉड्यूलो इज इक्वल टू 0, देन दैट मींस दैट इट इज कंप्लीटली डिविजिबल, है ना? लेकिन मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि मॉड्यूलो ऑपरेटर नहीं लगाना है. चलो और कोई बताओ. हाँ देखो, पीयूष एक सॉल्यूशन दे रहा है, ठीक है. सो पीयूष क्या बोल रहा है? पीयूष आप सबको मैसेज भेजेंगे ये वाला? सो पीयूष क्या बोल रहा है कि वी विल यूज व्हाइल लूप एंड सब्ट्रैक्ट b फ्रॉम a टिल a इज लेस देन b. सो ये कहाँ से आता है, किसी को पता है? ये फंडामेंटली कहाँ से आता है? ये सब काम आएगा आप लोग को. ये सब प्राइम नंबर एल्गोरिथम में कहीं ना कहीं आप लोगों को काम आएगा. सो आप लोग एक्चुअली अभी से ही एल्गोरिथम पढ़ना थोड़ा बहुत शुरू कर रहे हो. सो देयर इज अ फेमस साइंटिस्ट यूक्लिडियन एक्चुअली. सो यूक्लिडियन अपना एल्गोरिथम दिया था, है ना? और उसी यूक्लिडियन के एल्गोरिथम से ये टेक्निक आता है कि हम अगर आपको मॉड्यूलो निकालना है ना, तो ए में से बी को सब्ट्रैक्ट करते चले जाओ. तब तक सब्ट्रैक्ट करो जब तक कि मतलब वो बी से बड़ा ना हो, तब तक, लाइक दैट. तो ऐसे भी करके आप मॉडलो निकाल सकते हो. यस, गुड, वेरी गुड पीयूष, दैट यू नो अबाउट यूक्लिडियन एल्गोरिथम. ठीक है. सो ये सारे टेक्निक्स हैं जिनको आप यूज कर सकते हो. तो मैं व्हाई आई गिव दिस कंस्ट्रेंट दैट यू डू नॉट नीड टू यूज मॉडल ऑपरेटर, because in future I'm absolutely sure that you'll be facing some problems where you need to do from basics, you need to solve the question from basics. I will give you another instance from this question. इस क्वेश्चन में ज़्यादा मजेदार बात नहीं है, इसीलिए मैं थ्योरेटिकली और आपको बूस्टअप दे रहा हूँ अपने एक्सपीरियंस से कि और क्या क्या फ्यूचर में प्रॉब्लम फेस करोगे. देखो, मान लो इंटीजर का रेंज कितना होता है? इंटीजर में कहाँ तक इंटीजर सेव कर सकते हो बताओ? इंट में कहाँ तक, इंट का रेंज क्या है? और लॉन्ग इंट का रेंज क्या है बताओ जल्दी चैट बॉक्स में. सब के सब बताओ भाई, सब C++ पढ़ रहे हो. लॉन्ग इंट का रेंज क्या होता है? व्हाट इज द रेंज ऑफ लॉन्ग इंट डेटा टाइप इन C++? प्लीज राइट इन चैट बॉक्स. व्हाट इज द रेंज ऑफ, सैयद बताओ, व्हाट इज द रेंज ऑफ लॉन्ग इंट? व्हाट इज द रेंज ऑफ लॉन्ग इंट्स इन C++ प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज? कोई बताना चाहेगा? अरे चलो इंट का ही बता दो. व्हाट इज द रेंज ऑफ इंट डेटा टाइप इन C++ प्रोग्रामिंग? नोबडी. लड़का कॉपी पेस्ट किया है सॉरी कहीं से. ठीक है, सही है लगभग. एग्जैक्टली, राठौड़ इज एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट. सो अप्रोक्सीमेटली 10⁹, है ना? यस, सैयद यू आर आल्सो राइट एक्चुअली, है ना? सो 64 बिट का होता है तो वहाँ से भी, बट हमारे प्रैक्टिकली यूज में हम लोग को 10 के पावर बताना होता है. कंप्यूटर बुक्स में जो है ना 2 के पावर में लिखेगा या फिर वो एग्जैक्ट वैल्यू बताएगा, ठीक है ना, 2 के पावर में लिखता है, बट हम लोग को 10 के पावर में आंसर देना है अप्रोक्सीमेटली. सो लॉन्ग इंट का जो रेंज है वो 10⁻18 के आसपास होता है, कहीं तो 10⁻18 या 19 में उधर कुछ जाता है ना? और इंटीजर का जो है वो 10⁻9 से -10⁻9 से +9, ये अप्रोक्सीमेटली है. एग्जैक्ट आंसर सॉरी मेंशन किया है -214 748 3648 लाइक दैट. ठीक है, मतलब 2 × 10⁻9 के आसपास आता है, लाइक दैट. 1 2 3 4 5 6, यस 2 × 10⁻9 के आसपास आता है. नहीं तो 8 लग रहा है. 2 × 1 2 3 4 5 6 हाँ ठीक है 9 है, ठीक है अप्रोक्सीमेटली। एनीवे सो अब मान लो कोई इंटीजर स्टोर करना है जिसका वैल्यू जो है वो 10⁻20 से ज़्यादा बड़ा है, तो क्या करोगे सी प्लस प्लस प्रोग्रामिंग, बताओ। ऑल ऑफ यू प्लीज कॉमेंट द आंसर फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन विच आई एम आस्किंग, because I'm absolutely sure that you will be facing this problem actually in the future. Suppose that in a Course problem, it is saying that the input integer can be more than 10⁻20. So what will you do in that scenario? कैसे सॉल्व करोगे, कैसे इनपुट लोगे अगर 10⁻20 से बड़ा नंबर है तो वो तो आएगा ही नहीं लॉन्ग लॉन्ग इंट में, और लॉन्ग लॉन्ग इंट से बड़ा कुछ होता नहीं है सी प्लस प्लस में। टेल मी फास्ट। And then the question will say that that there are two numbers approximately which is like more than 10⁻20, and you have to add those two numbers. This is a very simple. Hello. So yeah, so what I was saying, so I was saying that suppose that you are getting a question, let me share my screen, and yeah, so I was saying that you are getting a question where you are having a value which is more than 10⁻20, right? If you are having the value more than 10⁻20, yes, absolutely. So you see, Soris is mentioning very correctly that, sir, in that case, we'll be taking the input as a string. So he's absolutely right, actually. Anna, he's absolutely right that you have to take as a string actually. Anna, string lena padega. मतलब कि you have to go back actually. So in childhood, if you're having suppose that if you're having an integer value which is greater than 10⁻20, right? On copy and pen, you just write those 20-digit number, right? 20 or 100-digit number, whatever value is, and then two values like that, and then if you have to sum, then in childhood what you used to do, right? कैसे बचपन में करते थे, जोड़ते थे, वैसे ही आपको यहाँ भी जोड़ना होगा, मतलब कि यूनिट डिजिट और 10th डिजिट को वैसे कर करके कि सबका यूनिट डिजिट को सम करो दोनों नंबर के, और फिर उसका मन में जो लेते थे कि ओके इन माइंड नाउ वन इज देयर, राइट? एंड देन वी विल सम अप 10th digit place, another digit place, right? And then like that, digit by digit you have to sum actually in computer also, like that, right? So like that you have to sum, and this question is very famous actually, right? And it will be coming. So you have to take input as string. So the number you take it as a string, and then you try to add two strings actually, like that. So like that you can do. Okay, so someone is asking question, sir memory allocate नहीं कर सकते? नहीं, memory allocate करे कैसे करोगे? वो डेटा किस डेटा टाइप ही नहीं है, तो मेमोरी एलोकेट
सर लाइक वो जब हम वैसे करते हैं ना, लाइक इंट मैलॉक करके जब हम देते हैं,
हाँ तो मैलॉक करके करते हो,
हम लाइक इंटीजर से बड़ी मेमोरी एलोकेट नहीं कर सकते कभी भी?
देखो जब मैलोक एलोकेट करते हो तो क्या करते हो आप, मतलब एक एरे बनाने की कोशिश करते हो, है ना? समझ रहे हो? मतलब इंटीजर एक एरे बनाते हैं पॉइंटर के हेल्प से, है ना? या फिर स्ट्रिंग, मतलब कि वो काइंड ऑफ एरे का ही कॉन्सेप्ट होता है, तो ऑफकोर्स वैसे कर सकते हो, लेकिन मतलब एरे में तो वही बात हो गया ना। अरे देखो स्ट्रिंग के एरे ही तो है।
ओके समझ गया सर।
या फिर ऐसे कर सकते हो कि इंटीजर एरे रहेगा, है ना? और लेकिन फायदा नहीं है ना, क्योंकि देखो आप मेमोरी बर्बाद करो अगर इंटीजर एरे लोगे तो। व्हाई आई से लाइक दिस इज बिकॉज अगर इंटीजर एरे का मतलब क्या होता है, हर इंडेक्स पे व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ इंटीजर एरे, दैट एवरी इंडेक्स कैन कंटेन एन इंटीजर, मतलब every index will be having capability to store 10 raised to the power 9 numbers. But in this case, how much you will be storing? You will be just storing 1 digit number, right? अगर आप array बनाओगे उसमें एक ही digit, तो आप memory मतलब waste कर रहे हो, है ना? But in the case of strings, it is not like that, है ना? In the case of okay. So the next question is, but C language में तो string भी नहीं है, वहाँ शायद problem हो जाए. Yes. So string is not a new concept. It is coming as a old concept only. So in C language we call it as an array of characters, है ना? So we are having a character array, right? You can make a character in C++ also. You can make a, so string is nothing but a array of characters, right? Like that. So C language may, although we don't have a string, but you can make it as a character array, right? अच्छा, array आप लोगों को पढ़ाया नहीं हूँ ना मैं? नहीं पढ़ाया हो ना? ओके. देखो बहुत सिंपल है, ऐसा कुछ हाथी पार नहीं है. C++ ऑनलाइन कंपाइलर GTP. ओके. सो देखो आप लोगों को स्क्रीन पे दिख रहा होगा C++ कंपाइलर है. एरे ऐसे बनाते हैं. एरे का मतलब क्या होता है? ग्रुप ऑफ सेम थिंग. For example, if you're having 10 numbers, right? If you're having 10 numbers, then you do not need to make 10 variables. Suppose that now you don't know the concept of array. What you'll be doing if you're having 10 variables, int a, है ना, comma b, comma, suppose that 5 integers are there, comma d, comma e. So this is how you'll be doing at this point of time. If you want to store 5 integer values, right? But there is a concept of array in C++. What it says is that you just tell me that the size of the, how many integers you want to store. So int, the name of the array is, let us say x, and you give it here 5. That's it. So like this, now this x5, x in bracket 5 will be able to store 5 integer values, right? So this will be very good. Why? Because you see now you do not need to write int a comma b comma c comma d comma e, right? So rather than, I'm just writing, rather than this, you can just use concept of, you can just use concept of array, right? You can just use a concept of array to store 5 integer values like that, right? So it becomes very easy, right? Is it not? Because you know int x5, that's it. And now how will be storing the values? So the rule to store the values is something like, if you first value will be at 0th index, x0 will be, let us say 10. Now the so indexing starts from 0. I mean the counting starts from 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. How many values? 5 values. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 0th number will become 10. Now first number will be first index. This we call it as index. This 0, 1 will be called as an index. So the second number I am storing basically. Let us say second number is 80. Second number is 80. Okay. Now the third number. So third number will be coming at second index. So third number means 3 minus 1th index, right? So x2 will become, x2 will be what? X2 will be third number. Let us say we are storing 120 like that. Okay. Now let me tell the fourth number, which will be at which index? Third index. X3 will become, let us say 0 we are storing. Now we'll take fifth number, which will become at a fourth index like that. Okay. And suppose that we are storing 120 like that. So these are the, this is how we can store the values actually at 5, like you see the name remains same, x only. So x is the name of the array. This is the array concept. All of you got it? And if you want to, you know, if you want to take these numbers actually from the users, you'll be running a for loop, right? You'll be running a for loop. Let us say I'm running a for loop, int I is equal to 0, int I less than 5, because 5 numbers you have to take, plus I, and then you'll be writing C in like that, and then xi, right? So this for loop will be running, which I already taught to all of you. This for loop will be running, and this will, so the first, in the first iteration, it will become x0. So whatever user will be inputting at the first place, it will get stored in x0, then x1, x2, x3, x4, till x4 it will go, and that's it, like that. So this is how we operate through arrays actually. So this is one dimensional array. Okay. Now I will come back to your question, Dhruv. Just focus on this here. So now there are concept of two-dimensional arrays also, right? So there is nothing like two-dimensional thing in the memory. So let me name the array as y, and let us say 5, and let us say 10. So this is known as a two-dimensional. Now what I'm saying is that in the memory or inside the program, inside the C++ compiler, they do not understand what is two-dimensional. Two-dimensional is a thing which is a virtual concept to understand us better. For, I mean, हमारे समझने के लिए ये concept बनाया गया two-dimensional. कंप्यूटर के अंदर कुछ भी ऐसा 2 डायमेंशन नाम का चीज नहीं होता है, राइट? So for computer or for compilers, C++ compiler, there's nothing like 2-dimensional concept. Just for our better understanding, these people have made 2-dimensional. So what is the meaning of this 2-dimensional is basically this represents a table. What is table? Table is the rows and columns, right? So 5 rows will be there and 10 columns will be there, like that. Got it? 5 rows will be there and 10 columns will be there. So that means that how many values will be there total? 50 values will be there, right? 5 rows and 10 columns. Just assume like a table. In table, rows and columns are there now. So 5 rows and 10 columns. So what will be the row indexes? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And what will be the column indexes? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Till 9 it will be there, right? Like that. But the total number of values become 10 into 5, which is 50 values will be there. Okay, like that. Yes, matrix representation, as simple as that. Okay. And if you want to iterate on 2-dimensional array, how you'll be doing it? So it is very simple. So you can run a for loop actually like this. Int. So you have to run 2 for loops. Int I is equal to 0. I is less than number of rows. What is the number of rows? 5. Colon plus plus I. Now again for loop. So let me write again for loop. 4. Now again int j. Now I'll take another variable. J is equal to 0. J is less than 10 because the number of columns is 10. Plus plus j, like that. And now I will take what? I will take c in, and then I will take y. I'm taking from the user basically. And here what I will write? Tell me. Ij, right? So here I will write, sorry, here I will write I, and here I will write j. As simple as that. That's it, done. So this is how we take input or output actually for the 2-dimensional arrays. है ना? So this is all about arrays actually. Clear है? ये बहुत ही simple है. So someone is saying, sir, why we did not use curly brackets? You see, curly bracket is necessary when we are having more than one statement. If we are having only one statement, then curly bracket is not required. But it is a very good practice to use curly bracket so that you don't miss actually. So right. So don't forget to use curly bracket. I have missed it because I am confident that I will not miss anything actually because I am sure about it. But if there is only one sentence, then there is no need of curly bracket because so curly bracket is required to combine more than one statement together like that. Okay. So Dhruv's question was, does we have any alternative of slash slash in C++? Yes, we do have. You see. So comments होता है ना, देखो जिसे मैं slash slash दिखाऊं यहाँ पे, right? This slash slash is not part of the C++ program. It is a comment, right? It will not get executed. So is there any alternative? Yes, it is there, and it is present on the screen only. You see, it is present on the screen. You look at this part. You see this slash star asterisk. You give slash asterisk, right? And then just after, let me give answer to you. So if I write here slash asterisk, and then you can write in multiple lines anything, right? And then you write, and then you want to end it, right? So you then again give slash this star like that. So this also will be like known as the comment, right? In Python, we give triple quote actually. So instead of this style of commenting, this slash star, in Python there is a triple quote, right? And then this slash slash is there. In Python we are having a hash actually like that. Got it? Whoever asked this question, Dhruv, got it? Like that, okay?
Yes, sir.
So this is the comment, and this is a 1-dimensional, 2-dimensional. Like that, you can make 3-dimensional array also. You got it now? The concept remains same. 3-dimensional means that here one more index will come. Let me show you. So 3-dimensional means that int z, and then 5, then 10, and then 2. Like that. So this is 3-dimensional. And so in the memory, there is nothing like 3-dimensional or something, but for your visualization, you can visualize it as a 3-dimensional space. Just like you studied vector na, in 12th standard. In vector, what you used to do? In vector was, we used to imagine 3D. 3D was a subject, 3-dimensional in mathematics, right? So in 3-dimensional, this was the, so you can assume this 5 is a x-axis, this 10 is on y-axis, then 2 is a z-axis, like that. So how many total numbers will be there? 5 into 10 into 2. So 100 numbers will be there in total in this particular array, like that. Okay. So this is the concept about arrays actually. So in C++, array means that it will be consisting of all the, so this is the array of integers. So all the numbers will be integer only. In Python, it is not like that. But anyway, we are not going Python and all. But yeah, this integer array means that all the numbers will be integer values only. You got it? All of you are clear for this? Okay. So, so yeah. So now someone were asking question. Let me answer that question. Now I want to take that number, which is 1000-digit number, right? So it is very simple. You take a string S, right? And then you take is SC in S. Suppose that this S is, suppose that S is something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the number, right? This is a more than 20-digit number, let us say. How many digits? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, like that, right? So you see, this is more than 20-digit number, right? And then you take one more S actually. So it's another number, right? So let me name this A actually, string A. Let me take this also, C in A. And this A is, let us say, this number, okay? This number. And then you have to sum it actually. So how will be summing? So in childhood, how you used to sum? So what you used to do is that we just used to sum this unit digit number. So you'll be summing actually, you're making another string actually, which will be answer string ans. Okay, string ans, and then string ans will be having in the reverse way, right? So string ans unit digit will become, let me show to you. Okay, let me remove from here. I'm just showing in the comment section only. Suppose that this ans, it will become so okay, so now you have to sum actually, right? So how will be summing? This is just comment, right? So you're summing like this: 5 plus 3, what will become? It will become 8. Now in my mind it is nothing, right? Now again 8 plus 9, what will become? 8, 9, 17. So 7. In mind I have 1, like that, right? So like that you have to keep summing. Now 6 plus 5, 11. 11 plus in mind 1, so 12. 12. That means that we'll be writing 2. Now again 1 will be in the mind. Like that you have to sum actually, and you have to store. Now if you try to store like this, now it will get stored in the reverse order, because you'll do ans plus is equal to something like that, right? Then you can print in the reverse order, like that. So like that you can sum actually two numbers which are which cannot be contained in the long int. All of you got it? All of you, please write in the chat box, you got it? How you can manipulate strings actually. Multiply also you can do. Now for multiplication actually there are different algorithms which will, so the time complexity, but the only thing is that the time complexity is too much, right? The time complexity is order n actually here, right? So I have not taught time complexity, but you can watch YouTube videos, and I think Classroom Study also will be having one such video based on time complexity. Let me explore that one for you. You can watch there actually. So yeah, so what I'm trying to say is that time complexity will become much more actually as compared to previous what we used to do previously, right? Like that. So if you'll go on YouTube, okay, so all of you, if you'll go in the playlist, and if you'll go in Triple IT Weekend Live, yes, in Weekend Live you can, this is the homework to all of you. In the Weekend Live playlist actually you have to watch all the videos, right? So there are a couple of videos, so not all of the videos. This segment tree is tough topic, so you do not need to go for now. This binary search you can watch, right? So this binary search you can watch. All you need to know about time close, this is you can watch. Array part 1, part 2, this you can watch because I have already taught basics of array. So now you can go for this, right? So these are 2-pointer method. These all videos now you can watch actually. Code shape for beginners, this will also same thing, prime numbers and all, right? So these questions you can watch actually, these videos you can watch. These are very well videos actually. Okay, and this was taught by one of my students, past student, who is now 4 or 5 star coder on CodeChef. Oh, okay, somehow, yeah, some links sometimes do not work in one go or something. I don't know the reason or something. But yeah, so these videos actually you can watch here. Okay, got it now? All of you got it? So this video, that video in playlist, you have to go, you need to go in playlist, and then weekend live, view full playlist, and then you can this binary search also was there, I think. Yes, you see here it is. These binary search were very important, like that. Okay, so you can start watching these videos so that you can get, you can speed up actually, right? So those of you who have already like aware about the basics and all, you can speed up, and those of you who are not aware about this it is starting from scratch only, so you do not need to worry that, oh no, I do not know a lot of things or something. This is from scratch, so you can watch these videos, you can get more grasp on these topics. Okay, so yeah, and of course you can reach out to me in case of a particular thing which you want to clear it out. Thank you very much. I have my flight actually now, so yeah, I will end the session here. Yeah, okay. I just hand it over to admin. Actually, if you have any notification or some announcement, you can do. Otherwise, we can end the session here. Thank you. Thank you to all. Thank you. Bye.